Polish women, like Eastern Europe, they love black men.
Guys like to date younger girls because they're essentially easier to manipulate.
I never seen colorful people. You're handsome.
Thank you.
I'm out here looking for a husband. You've already got a wife.
A lot of Republican women broke up with their boyfriends last night.
This is the first black guy you dated? And ever that I dated.
Wow.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Now, before we get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
Nothing is harder than dating when you've been spoiled by your parents, especially dad.
Okay, yes, and why is nobody talking about this? This is literally the hardest thing ever, and she is so correct. Having a great dad is amazing, but your standards are literally through the roof because your daddy already did it for you. One thing I also wanted to add to this is when you are looking for a man, make sure you are looking for a man that is willing to treat your daughter this way, because that is the way she's going to learn to be treated by other men she potentially dates in the future. And as pretty girls, as much as we want what's best for ourselves, we also want what's best for our future and potential daughters. Keep this in mind when dating, ladies. Stay pretty. I love you guys.
That's what's the problem with a lot of daddy's girls, is their father sets their expectations through the roofs, but sometimes those daddy's girls are the worst 3 or 4s, right? I know you guys know what I'm talking about. They doing the most. They have the most bodies a lot of times. Some of them just don't make sense. It's like they don't have a father. Some are good. I can't lie. Most are good. But you get those ones that are for the streets and you can't do nothing about it.
I'm going to tell you why the Slavic women, they like the black or the really dark men. To be specific, by the way, Polish women, like Eastern Europe, they love black men. And if you ask them, they'll tell you they're more masculine. They smell amazing of coconut oil. They tend to like really look after themselves. And by the way, when I go to get a manicure and a pedicure, there's always black men in there getting their nails done. They actually look after themselves, but at the same time, they're really masculine.
This right here is good. She's saying black men are really masculine. It's true. We exude confidence and we're masculine. She said we smell of coconut oil. It's lovely hearing a woman talk like that. Now, you notice that this is happening outside of the West, right? Guys love. Guys see they have a place to go to. But let me let her finish.
Yeah, Dutch women go crazy for them. When you're talking about Russia, they'll sort of accept anyone if they're dark. Like they go crazy for Mexicans. That's why Mexicans leave. They find a Russian snow bunny, they bring them back to Mexico, and then they go to LA and the story of love starts. But yeah, Slavic girls, they've just got this obsession, you know? Oh, another thing, you probably know this, but like the darker men have more outstanding milk. And that's probably another way they're just slightly persuaded over to the dark side of life.
What was she said? Darker men have more outstanding milk? What was she talking about there? I don't know, but I guess it's good.
If you're not like 18 or 19, keep on scrolling. This, you already know this. This video's for them. Trust me on this. Do not date that 25, 6, 20-year-old some dude, okay? Like, don't do it, okay? Because he's just using you. And you're like, no, it's different. He has a job. He really likes me. He treats me well. No, babe, you just don't know better. You just, like, guys like to date younger girls because they're essentially easier to manipulate because they just don't know better.
Into a couple of thirst traps.
You're like 19. What do you know? And that's not your fault, babe. It has nothing to do with you. I'm just telling you, like, if you don't want to get your heart broken, avoid these older men, right? And they're not old. They're like 23 years old, but they have nothing to be doing with an 18-year-old. Like, you guys are not, trust me, babe. The girls, like, help me out, older women, leave it in the comments. Like, leave them alone. Leave them alone.
I'm confused. I see she was like an 18-year-old dealing with a 40-year-old. Like, yeah, okay. All right, yeah, still not too young in other countries, but that definitely not the country I'm in right now, but I get it. Okay, 40. Yeah, she said 18 years old with a 23-year-old. They're getting out of hand, and that's how they look at it. You get with a guy that's 18. You want a man making six figures. He's so far away from that. What you want the man to start making a bunch of money selling trading cards? I mean, what are you expecting? And she, look at her. Look at her face. Look how she looks. She playing with her shirt the whole time, right? She's one of those women that wants a guy that's established. So, say if she's 25, right? So let's rewind it back. Rewind it back. When you was 18, you probably wanted a man more established. How are you going to get a man established? How are you going to establish that relationship with a younger guy? It's not going to happen. These women expect younger guys to give them the moon and back when a guy doesn't find his financial footing until late in years. I'll tell you this. I moved up to the Philippines at 34, right? When I came here, I was broke. And I was here, you know, trying to make a way for myself. I made my way. By the time I was 40, I started seeing more. Now, guys don't hit that eight. Sometimes they don't hit it in 30s. Sometimes it's 40. Sometimes it could be 50. It's never too late for a man. But still, you can't expect a young buck to have all that money. It's not going to happen. And that's what she's expecting.
This might sound a little controversial and I'm okay with it, but honestly, you shouldn't be dating certain type of men after a certain age. What do I mean by that? The athletes, the professional athletes, rappers, drug dealers, scammers. I know some of y'all like that. That's your cup of tea. Should not be a thing past a certain age. Once you get to your mid, late 20s, 30s and beyond, if you care about your life, you shouldn't be dating men with those careers. Now you're probably like, girl, please, like, not all men who have those careers are the same, blah, blah, blah. And I know I'm not saying that. It would be a fallacy for me to say that. However, what I am saying is that men of those professions tend to display very similar character traits. When you're dating somebody who has a very fast lifestyle, their entire life requires it to be fast. That be from what they do when they wake up, how they treat people, how fast they expect things to be done, how they expect their women to behave. I've had 2 relationships my whole life. My first boyfriend was in the NBA. My second boyfriend was in the NFL. Now, both relationships, very public. They would post me. My friends knew about them. Vice versa. Our families knew, etc., etc. So it wasn't anything cheating related or disloyalty, blah, blah, blah. However, there were moments in both relationships that I looked around and I'm like, wow, okay, I would very much so appreciate if life was not moving this fast. Now, when I look to their friend group, the men that they're teammates with and friends who are also very similar to them, they also would display the same lifestyle. Now, some of them, because they have so much access to capital in certain circles and certain ways of doing, they genuinely do think that they can treat women however they want at their disposal. Now, this is not to say that men who are bankers, doctors, attorneys don't behave in the same way. However, certain professions require you to have a certain discipline and just a certain moral compass. Now, all I'm saying is if you're in your mid to late 20s or beyond and you're dating men with said professions and you're not seeing what you want in your life, start dating men of different professions. This is especially true for my girls that value commitment, routine, genuinely just somebody who appreciates the slow and little things in life. Maybe find somebody whose value can align with yours.
At any age, a woman shouldn't be dating a scammer, a drug dealer. What are you talking about? She just sat there and had a long speech about at a certain age. No, at any age. What happens? A woman's dating a drug dealer, right? She goes up the block, gets shot in the face, boom, pow, life over. She's 18 years old. She could have avoided that if she stayed away from the drug dealer. She could have avoided that if she stayed away from those things. That's something you shouldn't do at any age. So you come on here talking like that, showing your boobs, making no sense. Oh, I dated a football player and a basketball player. So. Oh, these men had certain money. So men are gonna feel like that at any age, any kind of money. So a man is rich, a man is gonna expect certain things from a woman, and women have to deliver. You, I don't know. I haven't seen your relationship, but you're probably one of those women that don't deliver. Because why aren't you still with that basketball player or that NFL player? Come on, another one. Giving women advice, and I'm going to react to it later. But a woman, I got to show this next. A woman is suggesting that women don't listen to older men. Like, Froggy, I'm confused. Like, because men is not telling you because they want you to be for them. Men is telling you the good for a woman because men know. Because women are damaged nowadays. But let me get into that.
When are you guys gonna learn not to take your love and relationship advice from men? Like, seriously, when are you guys gonna learn? Because they are giving advice based on the male perspective. They are giving advice where you as a woman have to shrink yourself to be in relationship with men. That's the advice that I hear them giving. So seriously, I want you to think about it. When are you guys going to stop taking relationship advice from men?
All right, now look at this woman. Look at her. What does she look like? She looks like a career woman in her 40s, late 40s, right? Who is giving younger women advice. She's probably one of those women. Oh, get your career, baby. Don't do that for a man. And she's telling, she is, get that career, baby. You'll get a man later. And she's telling men don't take advice from men. It's the most logical advice you can get. It is. A man is not leading you woman in the right way. Men try to tell you women all the time on men's content. That's all we do is give you woman advice, but you would never look at it. It's wild. Like, we make our content for men, but if women looked at our content, oh, they get so much from it. They say, wow, I learned a lot today just from watching a 20-minute video from Jay. I learned so much about about men. Seriously, we don't care about the nonsense. We don't care about the BBLs. That's the advice I can tell you. Don't go get BBL. Simple advice, but just from a man, and you have to learn to take what men give you because men are giving you sound advice.
So it can sound really by that way, but I never seen colorful people that close. You're handsome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, the problem is that many black people like myself, we don't travel.
Can I say black?
You can say black. It's okay. It's not. Yes, you can say black.
Really?
You can say black.
I thought we can say colorful or something.
No. Back in England, it's better to say black than colorful. But I know you guys are not saying anything bad. It's okay. I don't get offended. So you can say black. My Instagram or WhatsApp, and then we'll keep in contact.
Yeah, I think that black people very, very nice, but I'm afraid to get to know them.
Why?
My man shocked. He eating this what looks like oatmeal or porridge. He got picked up by two of the. They're in Russian. It says Russian girl when two black men alike. They must be from Russia, but they're clearly Asian. They just picked him up. The woman's getting his Instagram. This is proof. Be cherished worldwide. They're in Russia. He's been picked up by Asian women in Russia. Cherished worldwide. Africa. We can go to Mexico. We loved everywhere. We loved in the Philippines. We loved in Thailand. We loved in Brazil. We loved in Africa. All lands. And that's why men are searching out. Let me let her finish.
Why?
I don't know. She did it, and I said so. Thank you.
Yeah, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. That's what the media tell you, but no.
I heard that, man. That what a way to represent us. That's the thing. This is a good thing because we're being represented in such a positive light all around the world. Like he said it. He said, "Don't pay attention to how we present it in media." Because that's what it is. They see media and they see us portrayed a certain way, and then meet us and go, he's not like that. They're learning. They're learning all around the world. They're learning, and it's a good thing, and they love us. Irrefutable proof. They love us. But Cherish worldwide.
A guy will be with a girl for like between 5 and 10 years, like a long time, and then not marry her, and then 6 months down the line, I'm hearing turn. I said stop the music. Stop the music. Say for example, you dated somebody that was like not romantic, and you'd complain like, why are you not romantic?
Yeah.
They'll go out with another babe. All of a sudden, you're taking on shopping trips. Where was my voucher?
Right.
Yo.
There's a reason. Damn. It's sad. It's sad. I feel bad for you. A moment of silence for modern woman. It's looking bad, right? You have to understand the small hints. Think about it. Think about what that woman was doing that you wanted. Why? Why did he do that? Why did he change? Was maybe she more patient? She listened better? She did things for him? When he came home from work, she probably cooked food or rubbed his feet? Or like, think about it. And then look at yourself. Woman, you are overweight. You got to be honest with yourself. This is the problem. Modern women are not honest with themselves anymore. And that's why men don't want to date them.
You see, when you give more to a man, you're training him to give less. Just get that. That's just...
You know how the saying goes, you teach people how to treat you, especially if you're a people pleaser. Now,
see this right here, the panda before, and the woman like this is why modern woman's brains are ruined. But let me continue.
it doesn't matter who you're pleasing when it comes to people. It doesn't matter if it's a man, woman, boy, or girl. Just like you can spoil children, you can spoil adults. Plain and simple. The more you give people, the more they're going to expect from you, generally speaking. Especially if you're giving handouts for free. No commitment. So don't spend all of your energy, like in this case, don't spend all of your energy on a man. Once you notice he's not even giving you any of that energy back, not even half or a quarter of that energy, remove yourself from that situation completely. Cut him off. And of course, that man is going to say what a lot of men say, oh, you changed. Yeah, I decided to choose me and put me first because I never let me down. Once I put 100% into myself, I get 100% back. Instead of teaching people that they can get whatever they want out of you, teach them how to treat you better. Hold them accountable. Don't expect anything less than what you've given them. If a man treats you like you're nothing more than a servant to him, 9 times out of 10, you taught him how to treat you that way. Listen to me. And do not take your raggedy self to a man's house if he hasn't even offered to take you out to dinner. Don't do it. If he's not giving you wifey treatment, don't give him wifey benefits. If you're not even a girlfriend, don't even entertain the idea of being his wife. And another thing, add the word no into your vocabulary. Stop saying yes.
Now, that's a little better outlook because that's the problem with modern women. They think she's kind of right at the end. They think giving up their body, because that's what they're giving up. They're giving up their body usually. And men that will take it, but that's not all you have to require. You have to require more, but you have to show more. And if you show more to a man and he's not giving you more, hey, I'm on your side.
To every single request that he has. If it's inconvenient to you, It's okay to tell him no. Especially if he tells you no when it's time for him to show up for you. Do you want to come over? No. Can I buy you a drink? No. Can I come over? No. When can I see you? No. No to the I to the no, no, no. At this point, no should be your middle name. Don't make yourself too available for a man. Make sure he understands that your presence is valuable in his life. Now, I'm not telling you to be toxic about it. I'm not even telling you to treat him like he doesn't exist. What I'm saying is, if he's not putting in the same energy into you that he expects you to put into him, the answer is no. Don't open up your availability to him. If you're not his main priority, he should not be any of yours, period. And it's a very bad idea to move a man into your place. Very bad. Don't do it. Men always tell us to pick better when we choose to fix men who are broken, who are broke. Yeah, it's time that we start taking their advice.
You see right there? I'm going to stop right there. She said, men tell us to pick better when we choose to pick men who are broken. No, you're choosing to pick men who have the qualities you like. And that's why you're broken. That's why all the woman you giving advice to right now is broken. And you don't realize it. Woman gives this advice over and over and over. And it's like, you're giving this advice to who? Because women are going to do what they want to do. Sad.
Not to be extremely British, but the worst thing about living in Bali is the dating life. Okay, what the flying is the dating life here? It's actually genuinely a joke. I speak about this with my friends every single day. And if you live long term in Bali, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, we all know. We're all going through it. I don't know if it's like a worldwide issue right now, whether like we're in our feminine eras and so are the men. In that case, slay, queen. But what the bloody is going on? Why is everyone in an open relationship? Okay, what is this? Kudos to you. If it works for you, fine. It's not for me. I went on a date with a guy recently, and halfway through the date, he was like, "Oh, my wife would love to meet you." And I was like, "What the bloody? What the do you mean, your wife?" My dog barked. He's agreeing with my point here. What do you mean, brother? What do you mean, your wife? You need to. If you're in an open relationship, kudos to you, whatever, do what makes you happy. Advertise it, yeah? I'm out here looking for a husband. You've already got a wife. Bruh, the position has been filled. Like, throw me in Ben.
Modern woman. Obviously, that guy is Muslim, right? It must be, I don't know. I got to do some research, but it's probably a lot of that happening. He's happy. He has his Muslim wife is happy. That's how you have an open relationship. I'm Christian. I don't agree with it, but that's his life. And you stepping into his world. All you did was learn how it is outside of the West. It works a lot different with a lot of things. And you can't handle it. You're trying to find a man in Bali. You may find another situation like that. Then what? Get on the internet and make a fool out of yourself. That's why women can't losing their jobs now.
Last year I went on a date in Bali with a man who literally fell off his bike right in front of me, really badly. So badly, in fact, that his fake Birkenstocks snapped with the force of his toes, like trying to help him stay balanced on the bike. And it was in Uluwatu and we were going to a beach, and I actually met him at his accommodation. We went to a market to get him these fake Birkenstocks. So bear in mind, he'd only had them probably like 25 minutes. And then we get to the beach and you got to go down a hill to the parking area. And he was like, "Do we park at the top, do we park at the bottom?" And I was like, "We should park at the bottom." He went first, and for some reason I was just like, I'd got on my phone out, and so I was on my phone, and all of a sudden I look up and I'm like, bro is struggling, right? His feet are like, his toes are so far over his shoes, like trying to stop himself falling over. And then he can't help it anymore. He literally just like it falls, he starts sliding down the hill. His leg is cut to the up. I have to cry with laughter before I drive down to the bottom, I run up, I help him, I pick up his bike, I park his bike for him, and I'm like, oh my God, do you want me to drive you back to your accommodation? This man was so tall, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to manage with you on my bike, but I was like, you know what, I've got it. And he was like, no, let's still go to the beach. We still went to the beach. His leg is bleeding. He's like, I'm going to go in the sea, probably to recover some of his masculinity from where it fell off with his toes. And then it starts raining at the beach. So I'm like minding my own business. The sea was so rough I didn't want to watch him because I was like, you can't give me the ick twice. I'll have to literally just leave you here. I'm sunbathing, and then all of a sudden it starts raining, and I look up and he's here and he's trying to kiss me, and I'm like, bro, do you really think this is an appropriate time? Like, I've seen you fall off your bike. You've probably just been fighting for your life in the Ulu Sea. Like, what is wrong with dating in Bali?
I can't even comment on this. You guys saw that.
A lot of Republican women broke up with their boyfriends last night. A lot of Republican women broke up with their MAGA husbands. Huh? And they don't want to be treated like that anymore. If you look through the posts, there is a rising up of these women who married Republican men. Here is a tip, newly single ladies. You want to get some dark eyeliner and you want to get some dark lipstick. All of those boys that said they don't like makeup were sorting for obedient women. So you need to like wear makeup, like really wear makeup, and that's how you signal to a man that you're not a Republican. The patterns in our life are hard to break out of. Make sure you attract a different kind of guy this time.
I don't think that's how you signal to a man. Now, what these women don't understand, all men don't like that. Like, overseas, sometimes you see women that wear makeup, a lot of times you don't. But the woman, the difference is they don't need much of it, right? A lot of women in the West wear makeup their whole life, and let a man know that you're not a Republican. The mental, like the mind, what's wrong with your mind? You see, the modern woman mind is ruined. Seriously, I want to put this in the title somehow, because you guys can see the modern woman's, their mind, their mental is ruined. I saw it a while ago. That's why I left. And I'm happy that we are cherished worldwide. We are.
How did you meet him? It was last summer. I was having an internship in New York City and we work at the same company. Is this the first black guy you dated? Yes. He's the first man ever that I dated. Wow.
I wonder why they left.
You kidding me? The first man she ever dated was a black guy. Well, welcome to the team. You're in for a ride, a good ride. Let's see what she has to say.
Oh, how did your friends react? I mean, I'm gonna say they're surprised. Similar to like the comment section, but less racist and less loud.
Wow. So she got a man. She went through the racism. And she didn't mind it. When she laid up with him, and when everything she did with him, she saw that calm, pleasing attitude, always want to have fun, but still about his business. As the other woman said, right? Smell good, like coconut oil. They love us. And men need that love, because look at the modern woman's mind. It's ruined. More black men are happy to know we cherish worldwide. And more men are traveling for that reason, because they realize it's definitely more to life than dealing with any situation like that.
Brothers! What we do in life echoes in eternity.